All right, welcome. In this explainer, we're going to break down the timeless wisdom of investing legends Warren Buffett and Peter Lynch into 7 simple rules you can actually start using today.
But you know what? Let's not start with a rule. Let's start with a story. A story about how one of the world's greatest investors got his start. Okay, let's dive right in.
So picture this, a 10-year-old Warren Buffett. While most kids his age were, just playing, he was hanging out at the local racetrack. But he wasn't there to bet on the horses. Not at all. He would just wait until all the races were over for the day. And then he'd get to work. He'd start sifting through the trash, picking up thousands and thousands of these discarded betting slips. He was on the hunt for something very specific. Winning tickets that people, maybe they were in a hurry, maybe a little tipsy, had just carelessly thrown away. He'd check every single one. And right there, that's the whole game. This little childhood habit shows you everything you need to know about his lifelong philosophy. He had the patience and the diligence to find real value, where everyone else just saw, garbage. This mindset is the bedrock for our very first rule. Rule number 1, learn a lot, read a lot. It's really that simple. Just like he read every single one of those tickets, Buffett has spent his entire life reading. We're talking 5 to 6 hours a day. From these dense financial manuals when he was young to annual reports today, he believes the single greatest investment you can make is in your own knowledge. Okay, so with that foundation, let's build on it. In this next section, we're going to see how this all shapes a really powerful investing mindset, covering the first set of core principles.
So, here's a question for you. Do you think a bunch of 7th graders could beat Wall Street's top experts at their own game? It sounds like a joke, right? Well, the legendary investor Peter Lynch told a real story that gives us a pretty shocking answer. And our second rule.
Okay, get ready for this because the results are pretty mind-blowing. A class of 7th graders at St. Agnes School put together a stock portfolio that returned 70% over 2 years. They absolutely demolished the S&P 500 index, which only returned 26%. So, how on earth did a bunch of kids do that? Their secret weapon was one incredibly simple rule. They were only allowed to invest in companies that they could understand and explain so simply that you could draw it with a crayon. Think about that. And this brings us to our second rule. Know what you own. If you can't explain what a business does in a simple sentence, you probably shouldn't own it.
Now for rule number 3. This one's all about finding that explosive growth. And here's the secret. A lot of times, the best place to look is in smaller companies. I mean, it's just common sense, right? It's much, much easier for a small, promising company to double or even 10x in size than it is for a corporate giant. This is a massive advantage for us, the individual investors, because a lot of the big Wall Street funds, they can't even invest in these smaller, more nimble businesses. And that leads us perfectly into our fourth rule. Don't spread yourself too thin. Seriously, you do not need to own 100 different stocks to be a successful investor. As Buffett says, you really only need a few truly wonderful businesses in your lifetime to do very, very well. The key is to never own more stocks than you can actually stay informed on. For most of us, that sweet spot is probably somewhere between 8 and 15 companies. A focused portfolio of businesses you deeply understand is way more powerful than a sprawling one you don't.
Okay, so we've covered the mindset. Now let's get practical. How do you actually find these winning investments out in the real world? Let's get into the action plan.
Our fifth rule comes from another fantastic Peter Lynch story, and it starts in the last place you might expect to find investment wisdom, at the shopping mall with his daughters.
So this story just nails the rule perfectly. Lynch noticed his daughters completely abandoned the Gap for this new store called The Body Shop. He paid attention. He saw the store was always packed. That simple, real-world observation was his starting point. From there, of course, he did his homework, researched the financials, and confirmed it was a fast-growing, profitable company. The stock ended up being a massive winner. The lesson for us is huge. Pay attention to what's succeeding all around you. Think about brands like Royal Enfield or Britannia in India.
All right, rule number 6 is one of the simplest to understand, but maybe one of the hardest to actually follow. You have to stop trying to predict what the market is going to do tomorrow, next week, or next month. It is a fool's errand. The best investors spend their time and energy finding excellent businesses, period. Why? Because over the long run, a company's stock price always follows the success of the underlying business.
Okay, this brings us to rule number 7. And honestly, this might be the most important one of all. Free cash flow is king. Forget about reported earnings or profit for a second. Free cash flow is the actual, cold hard cash a company has left after paying all its bills and maintaining its operations. It's the real money. It's what a company can use to reward shareholders or reinvest for growth. It is the truest sign of a healthy business. Because profit? Well, profit can sometimes be an illusion. Let me break it down with a super simple example. Let's say your business makes 1 crore in profit. Sounds amazing, right? But what if you need to spend 99 lakhs on a new machine just to keep the business running for next year? Well, your real, usable cash profit is only 1 lakh. That is free cash flow. It's the cash that's left after you've paid to keep the lights on.
And this slide is the perfect real-world gut check for why this matters so much. Back in March 2021, Reliance reported a gigantic profit of over 49,000 crore. Amazing! But look at their cash flow. It was negative by more than 13,000 crore. Now, this doesn't automatically make it a bad company, but it's a powerful reminder that profit and cash are two very different animals. You have to dig deeper.
Woo! Okay, that was a lot. I know, we've covered a ton of ground. So let's pull it all together into one simple playbook that you can start using right away.
So here they are, your 7 rules. Number 1, always be learning. 2, know what you own, inside and out. 3, hunt for growth in smaller companies. 4, keep your portfolio focused. 5, use your eyes and ears in the real world. 6, focus on the business, not the market's daily drama. And 7, the big one, always follow the cash. Free cash flow is king.
Look, this isn't just some interesting theory. This is an actionable guide from 2 of the best investors who have ever lived. So the only question left is, now that you have the playbook, which one of these rules are you going to apply first?